You're watching ABC7 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Topping our news right now, one of the main roads through Venice is still shut down after a massive water main break yesterday.
While drivers figure out a new way to get where they're going, the city is now figuring out how to pay for those repairs. ABC7's Christopher Brantley joins us there now. And Christopher, do we know when Venice Avenue will reopen?
Well, you know, it could be a little while, honestly. If you take a look right now, workers are out here grading out. Basically what they've done is they've taken the hole, they've made it bigger, they've replaced the piping. Now they're laying down new concrete. This all is a part of the cleanup effort. The video shows hundreds of gallons of water spilling out onto Pine Brook Road. This is not what the contractor wanted to have happen.
Right. No one plans to have a pipe break. No one wants to have a pipe break. It unfortunately happens.
Contractors hired by the city were doing what was supposed to be routine work, until it wasn't routine.
There's a tool that they needed to install around the pipe and then actually drill a hole into the pipe. When they start drilling that hole, just the pipe broke.
Water main breaks are not all that unusual. However, this one was gushing for hours. And that's because the shutoff valve also presented a challenge.
It took us longer than we expected, but there was the valve that was actually covered was under payment on the intersection of Venice Avenue and Pine Brook Road.
All total, it could cost $20,000 to $30,000, but the city most likely won't be stuck with the bill. The city workers on scene are trained on what to do.
Taking a lot of photos, a lot of mental notes, and then you work to assemble those after you've got the break under control. You work to assemble all that information and try and make sense out of it.
They'll compile all the information and work with the contractor to sort out the payment.
No one wants to pay any more than they have to. What we're all working to determine is who is going to contribute toward the cost of repairing the break and repairing anything else that was damaged, in this case Pine Brook Road.
It's important that crews get this road open. Pine Brook Road behind me connects right to Venice Avenue and straight down to Laurel Road. It's one of the main thoroughfares because this is the easiest and fastest way to get to I-75 from this part of Venice. Live in Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Christopher, thank you. New developments tonight in that viral shark dragging case. One of the three suspects having all charges against him dropped. Today, the state attorney's office dropping 2 aggravated cruelty to animal charges against 23-year-old Spencer Heinz. Heinz's attorney says while Heinz was on the boat at the time, he was not involved in the act. The video went viral on social media last year, showing 4 men on a boat dragging a 6-foot blacktip shark. It happened near Egmont Key in Hillsborough County.
It's clear that there were different roles among the 4 men that were in the boat. There was nothing Mr. Heinz did at all that contributed in any way to any of the activities that were charged in the case. Nothing that constituted a crime.
The other 2 men facing charges, Michael Wenzel and Robert Benak, will also have a court hearing coming up on June 13th. Both are facing felony charges for aggravated cruelty to animals.
Tonight, new details on a death investigation in Manatee County. Bradenton police say the victim has been identified as 53-year-old Kimball McDowell of Parrish. Her body was found near the State Road 64 boat ramp last Sunday. Police initially said her death was suspicious, but investigators have now determined she died of a medical issue. 2 people are facing charges tonight accused of using a knife to break into a Bradenton home. Manatee County Sheriff's deputies say Jordan Marzik and Rebecca Yarger broke into a home on 4th Avenue Drive northwest around 1 o'clock this morning. Deputies say Marzik was armed with a large folding knife. The 2 were arrested not far from the house. Deputies say they found several stolen items in Marzik's pocket. And as a reminder, today is the start of sea turtle nesting season. Sea turtles will create most of their nests on the beach at night, and Mote Marine Lab scientists say they will mark the location of nests with yellow stakes to protect them. Last year, there were more than 4,500 nests along 35 miles in Sarasota and Manatee counties. Each nesting female turtle lays 4 to 7 nests with about 100 eggs in each one of those. Scientists say it's important to avoid disturbing the sea turtles when you do see them. Nesting and hatching season lasts through the end of October. Some of those sea turtles even laying nests earlier. We had some last week, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, the end of last week were the first ones, and those turtles will lay anywhere from 4 to 7 nests with 100 eggs each. So they're busy this time of year, yeah. Let's get a check on our beach weather and more with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Hi, Bob.
Hi, and it's also the end of snook season. Snook season no longer going on right now, so you have to release all of them that you catch. High pressure right now dominating the weather across all of the southeast and holding off this frontal boundary well to the west of us, which will get active again tonight for the central United States. But for us, with this high in place, it usually means fair skies, and that's what we saw for much of the day. We'll see some high clouds streaming on by overnight. No chance for any significant rainfall. We do have a little west breeze that has developed, but there's not enough moisture to create any significant rainfall around. There may be 1 or 2 sprinkles, if you will, but we're not looking at much going on as we move through time all the way through Wednesday. Looks to be really quite nice with no, as I said, major storm systems nearby. We have 84 degrees right now. It's cooled down from 87 just an hour ago. The dew point is 63. Humidity still comfortable, 49%. And we have winds, calm conditions right now at the airport. The barometer way up there, 3014. And that continues to rise. Temperatures will be in the low 70s at 11 o'clock tonight under clear skies. More in your forecast for the rest of the work week and into the weekend coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. A young woman who wants to join the National Rifle Association's challenge to a new Florida law is asking a federal court to keep her identity secret because she fears for her safety. That law makes it illegal to sell guns to anyone under the age of 21. The NRA is seeking a federal judge's permission to use the pseudonym Jane Doe for the woman. In the lawsuit, the NRA is relying heavily on a statement from the group's Florida lobbyist who says she has received scores of threatening phone calls and emails following the Parkland school shooting.
This time, it's vile, it's filthy, it's evil, it's threatening, and the quantity is unbelievable, and it hasn't let up.
After the school shooting in Parkland, the legislature quickly passed a school safety law raising the minimum age to buy a gun from 18 to 21. The NRA contends the age restriction violates the fundamental rights of responsible, law-abiding adult Florida citizens, and because of that, it is invalid under the 2nd and 14th Amendments.
Well, ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern joining us now. Glad to have you with us, Richard.
Thank you.
A moral victory on Wall Street today.
I would say when you finish 290 points above the low of the day, that's a moral victory. Certainly is for me. Yes, it was not real pretty midday when the Dow was down by 354 points, but if you can subtract 290, well, I'll tell you in just a minute, just in case you're not good at subtraction. Well, the month of April finished with a very modest gain, and what does May look like? Historically, the month of May has finished higher in 2017, 2016, 2015, 2014, and 2013. You have to go all the way back to 2012 to find a month of May that finished lower. So if history's on our side, we should be looking pretty darn good. Let's take a look today, and I don't think we're looking pretty darn good, but 64 points is a lot better than 354. 24,099.05 is the close, down 64 points, just over 1/4% on volume of 883 million shares. The NASDAQ was strong, up for the day, a mixed market, I guess, up 64 points, more than 0.9% at 7,130.70 on heavy volume of 2,323,000,000 shares. And the S&P makes it 2 out of 3 for the up arrows, up 6 3/4 points, exactly 1/4% at 2,654.80. Well, look out, Match.com. Guess who's getting into your business? Yes, indeed, Facebook. Shares of Match.com fell by a whopping 22% today after Facebook announced, you bet, Facebook is getting into the dating business. And of course, they've got a lot of data. That's become, unfortunately, very well known, but they've got a lot of data. They claim that 200 million of their customers claim to be single. I say claim to be single, but nonetheless 200 million. And they also say that marriages today in the U.S., 1 out of 3 marriages are with couples who have met online. So Facebook decided they want a piece of that action. And Facebook, need I say, they're a big player. Match.com, I think, might be in for some problems.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yes.
Well, late this afternoon, Apple with some big news.
Big news and good news. Apple came out with earnings that, frankly, were better than most were looking for. The iPhone sales weren't terrific, but they were okay. Everything else very well. The stock will do very well tomorrow morning.
Okay. Thank you, Richard.
You're very welcome.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, the video of a Sarasota police officer signing off for the last time gaining national attention, how that retired officer has left his mark on the Suncoast.
And hot weather so far this week. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will tell us how long it'll last.
The ABC7 Stock Report is sponsored by Sunset Cadillac.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator. There was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to CaliforniaClosets.com.
Hi, I'm Holly Robinson Pete.
And I'm Rodney Pete. And after 16 years in the NFL, it came as no surprise that knee surgery might be in my future.
And when the doctor said Rodney needed to lose weight before surgery, we knew that Lipozene could help him lose 4 times more weight. It's America's #1 weight loss supplement.
I've already lost 30 pounds in 4 pant sizes. I didn't need a prescription or meal plan.
I've lost 10 pounds, I have more energy, more stamina.
We eat our favorite foods and still lose 4 times more weight.
I'm very impressed with Rodney's weight loss. His blood pressure and cholesterol have really improved. I recommend Lipozene because it's made from the rare konjac root, which contains glucomannan, a very safe and effective weight loss supplement.
Lipozene has no harmful side effects. No caffeine, no jitters, no counting calories.
No cleanses.
No starve diets.
No boot camps.
Nothing in your lifestyle needs to change. Just add Lipozene.
In a clinical study, people were not asked to change their lifestyle and simply add Lipozene. As a result, they lost not just twice the weight, not 3 times, but they lost 4 times more weight just by adding Lipozene. And 78% of that weight loss was fat, not water, but fat.
Rodney and I guarantee that you will lose weight or your money back.
Can we say that?
Yep, guaranteed, or your money back. So get Lipozene and lose 4 times more weight.
Now you can lose 4 times more weight. Just add Lipozene for only $29.95. Call right now and we'll double your order for free and ship it free too. And for a limited time, we'll double the size of each bottle for free. So now you have 4 times the Lipozene for just $29.95. Plus, you'll get Metabo Plus to help boost your energy and metabolism. But you must call. Call 800-379-2824, 800-379-2824, 800-379-2824.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to CaliforniaClosets.com.
A Sarasota police officer's tearful farewell has caught the attention of people across the globe, including President Donald Trump.
Officer Andre Leroy Jenkins Jr., ID 1000, 10-7.
The video shared over the weekend has been viewed on Twitter by more than 2 million people now and more than 1 million Facebook users. ABC7's Erica Jackson caught up with the now retired officer Andre Jenkins today, and she joins us live from the Sarasota Police Department with more on this emotional, retirement that has caught the attention of everyone in this country. Erica?
Yeah, Jacqueline, Scott, you can't help but shed some tears of your own when you watch Officer Jenkins' emotional goodbye. He says when he joined SPD around 30 years ago that he just wanted to make a difference here in Sarasota. And now his love for the community can be felt around the world.
C106, go ahead.
This will be my last transmission on the radio.
Copy, 6106-107. Congratulations on your retirement.
It hit me that I'm no longer going to be able to do that. I'm not going to be able to be with my family, the SPD family.
An emotional send-off for Sarasota police officer Andre Jenkins.
I remember saying that I was going to change the world, And then I realized the world's a big place. Maybe I just started in Sarasota.
The retired first-class officer left his mark on the Suncoast and now the world. His tearful farewell has since been viewed by more than 3 million people on Facebook and Twitter, even getting retweeted by President Donald Trump.
I had plenty of good times and a lot of good memories over my career, and I appreciate it. I'll cherish them for the rest of my life.
Officer Jenkins started working with Sarasota PD 30 years ago after spending 2 years as a corrections officer at the Sarasota County Jail. He was born and raised here in Sarasota and focused his attention on improving the Newtown community.
I had an effect in Sarasota, and I can thank the police department for giving me that opportunity to make a difference.
Now Jenkins hopes his impact will last long after his final sign-off.
Thank you all. God bless you. God bless you. That's it, baby. That's a wrap.
Now, Officer Jenkins has some big plans for his first days of retirement. He wants to relax a little, play some golf, and also plans to travel to Dubai. He says he's made some great memories and had some great days here at SPD, but it seems like retirement isn't treating him too badly either. Reporting live outside of the Sarasota Police Department headquarters, Erica Jackson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
I absolutely love that story, and not a bad place to retire here, obviously, as we know.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it is a wonderful story, obviously, and he's said he wanted to change the world. Well, he has, you know, I mean, he's done a lot and changed a lot of worlds around here helping out. On top of that, 2 million people already, and I'm sure it's going to go higher. I've seen his posts there, so that also has a huge impact, too, across the country. We are looking at beautiful weather here at Lakewood Ranch webcam showing fair weather cumulus clouds moving in overhead. Nothing to them, though. We don't expect anything to develop. The sea breeze has kicked in a little bit more so today. The winds weren't as strong out of the east. Our temperature still managed to get about 3 to 5 degrees above average, nearing 90 each day. We were at 89 yesterday. Not as high today, but still in the upper 80s. And as far as the forecast goes, the dry weather is expected to continue with this large dome of high pressure and something brewing in the tropics. We talked about this on Monday. We're still looking at something down there, and looks like it has happened before in May. Not very often, but it has about 10 to 15 times over the past 120 years. Dry air in place across the entire southeast United States, all the way out into the Gulf of Mexico. All this is streaming overhead, too, and that brings up the concern of a high fire danger for us here along the Sun Coast. This is brush fire season, and the numbers continue to go higher and higher, and they will continue to do so all this week, and looks like next week, if this tropical weather doesn't bring us some rainfall. 555, that's gone up 7 points just in one day for Sarasota County. 567, the highest number in our viewing area in Charlotte County. The visible satellite imagery continues to show that steady progression now of east winds, bringing those cumulus clouds moving off toward the west and kind of being pinned right there along the coast as the sea breeze has kicked in. Now, the forecast doesn't change much in terms of temperatures. You'll notice the oranges and reds here every day. This is on Friday, May 4th. It'll show up in the afternoon, and there they are again on Sunday, and it stretches all the way out into Texas. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it looks like pretty much the same story. We'll have highs into the upper 80s. All those days, temperatures will be running slightly above average over the next, looks like a week at least. And as far as we're concerned, not too bad with the water temperature into the, looks like for the most part, right around 80 degrees, upper 70s. That keeps things a bit cooler near the coast. Futurecast continues to show this moisture down in the Bahamas, and it's streaming off to the west. It's an old frontal boundary there. On top of that, a little disturbance may pop up over the weekend. We'll keep an eye on it east of the Bahamas. Some models take it off to the north, while others kind of keep it on a westerly course and then bend it up north closer to Florida. As far as we're concerned, though, no concerns right now. A few showers down to our south, no action to the north of that, and that's the way it's going to stay. Currently, we have partly cloudy skies, 84 degrees, and the humidity, nice, at 49%. Winds are calm. The overall look, again, showing a lot of activity expected with some rough weather into Kansas, also into Iowa, into Missouri. You see all that shower and thunderstorm activity kind of staying north, wrapping around that area of high pressure, which is going to hold on for the most part. And then we'll start to see some cloudiness developing east of the Bahamas. It looks like on Saturday and Sunday. As far as the rest of the U.S. goes, that storm is starting to clear over the northeast. And the storm track really shifting out west now. That's where the trough of low pressure is. We're even getting some snow in Colorado. For boaters tomorrow, Follow along. East winds at 15 knots to start today. Northeast winds by midday 5 to 10 knots, and then 15 knots picking up later in the afternoon and evening. Seas running 2 to 3 feet with a moderate chop in the bays and inland waters. 7-day forecast, it checks in like this. Temperatures staying about 3 to 5 degrees above average for the next 7 days. There's a slight chance for a shower on Sunday and on Tuesday, as some of that moisture will try to get into our area, but for the time being, our rain chances staying fairly low. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Let's check first alert traffic. We're seeing a crash right now at the intersection of 34th Street and Cortez Road west in Bradenton. It is causing some backups as you head towards the beaches on Cortez, but it clears up a little once you get past that area. Jacqueline?
Thanks, Scott. In health news tonight, each year millions of Americans face the reality of living with a mental illness. Reed Binion tells us what's being done to educate and bring awareness to that issue.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month, bringing attention to the need for screening and treatment. According to new research released by Nationwide Children's Hospital, 87% of Americans surveyed agree that more mental health support for children and adolescents needs to be available. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, just over 20%, or about 1 in 5 children, have had a seriously debilitating mental disorder. The National Institute of Mental Health defines a serious mental illness as a mental, behavioral, or emotional disorder that limits one or more major life activity. The NIH also reports that there were about 45 million adults living with a mental illness in 2016. Of those, almost 10.5 million were serious mental illnesses. If you or someone you know has a mental illness, there are resources to help. For today's Health Minute, I'm Reed Binion.
Coming up, a blazing fire in Brazil causes a massive building to crumble to the ground, and a look at the bear that's wreaking havoc in a New Jersey neighborhood. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
CashNet USA is trusted by over 2 million customers.
Perfect. When I lean back, I trust that you will be there to catch me.
Okay, bad idea, bad idea.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos. To use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
For more than 100 years, American Humane Association has been teaching kids to be kind to animals. Those in our homes, on the farms, on the silver screen, and wildlife conservation, caring for the world's vanishing creatures. But we can't do it alone. Visit kindness100.org to find ways to teach kids how they can make a more caring, compassionate, and humane world for all of us.
You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC7 on Facebook. Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
At least one person is dead after a 26-story building in Brazil collapses from a powerful fire. The fire broke out this morning in an apartment building in Sao Paulo. This dramatic cell phone video shows flames engulfing the building. 160 firemen worked to contain it. The video then shows the moment the building collapsed. Witnesses say they could hear at least one person calling for help from the upper floors. At least 50 families lived in the building. The fire, though, now under control, but it is not yet clear what caused it.
Today, some people in New Jersey are running into a big furry guest in their backyards. A black bear was spotted walking around a neighborhood, climbing over a fence, crossing the street, and roaming through yards. At one point, it came nearly nose to nose with a dog. The bear later climbed up a tree as animal control officers and police responded. A nursery and 2 schools nearby were also placed on lockdown. It's not clear if it's the same bear that was spotted a day earlier, and the bear remains on the loose tonight.
The U.S. Border Patrol makes a rare discovery while working the dividing line between Texas and Mexico. On Monday, agents found a 3 to 4 month old tiger cub that was stuffed in a black duffel bag. The cub was abandoned when 3 people who were attempting to enter the U.S. illegally were intercepted at the border and then fled back to Mexico. The cub was in tough shape, but has since been turned over to the Gladys Porter Zoo in Brownsville and is recovering.
Well, he may not have a future in baseball, but he might have a bright future in comedy. Take a look at 3-year-old Lennox Salcedo, who was playing in a Little League baseball game when a coach told him to run home as fast as he can. Well, Lennox decided to have a little fun with that coach's call. He ran from third base to home plate just about as slowly as he possibly could. The video was posted to Twitter and has since been retweeted over 92,000 times. This is going to be one of those videos when he's older. He's going to get a good laugh out of when he looks back on it.
He was doing it all in slow motion.
And then the coach even tried to push him out, make him go a little faster. He said, no, let me take my time.
He was living in the moment.
Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, a nationwide nursing shortage is affecting hospitals here on the Suncoast. How a new program is aiming to provide more nurses in our community.
Plus, why prosecutors will not seek the death penalty for the man accused of killing 5 people in a South Florida airport.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
I can't believe they charged me this much. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Go to CashNetUSA.com now. If approved, you may get the money you need as soon as tomorrow.
Thanks. Who are you?
I'm CashNetUSA.com. Man.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
To be able to just get my son here and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.